what's up everybody, I'm SuperSonicJB, and recently I found this weird website where I can purchase my very own twin and meet them in real life. And all I had to do was fill out a short description on what I'm like. Now all I have to do is just wait 4 to 6 business months until I get my new twin.
Many months later.
Oh, hey, looks like my twin is here.
Hey man, congrats! I'm your new twin!
But you don't look anything like me.
Sure I am. I mean, in the description you said you like Persona 5, and looky here. Persona 5.
Well, I can't argue with that logic.
Exactly, my man. Exactly.
So, what do twins do?
I don't know, man. What, you think it's my job to be a twin? Just Google it or something.
Yeah, you're right. Good idea.
Yep, that's my specialty.
Having good ideas?
No, it's talking about Google.
Well, I didn't find an answer, but it did direct me to the homepage of the Quintessential Quintuplets anime. You ever been an only child and had a dream to have siblings? Well, they made an anime on that. The Quintessential Quintuplets is an anime about a young man named Futaro who becomes a tutor to 5 sisters, and as the series goes on, each of the sisters start to develop feelings for him. And I think he sleeps with Miku one time, I don't know. So yeah, the 5 twins are Ichika, Nino, Miku, Yotsuba, and Itsuki, and each of them have different personalities and interests. This series, like all anime, started out as a manga, then became an anime later on. And yeah, the series was a big success, except for its weird ending. Now, the series was popular enough to get a game on the Switch, but it was a Japan exclusive. Gee, thanks Japan! But recently, I discovered it was actually a fan game made revolving around the series. It's by a person named GOTOUBUN RE, I think that's how it's pronounced, and was released to the public not too long ago. And I thought I'd do a review video on this fan game, so let's check it out. So this is the Quintessential Quintuplets fan game. I gotta say off the bat, I really love the menu screen here. It highlights scenes of the anime with each of the 5 sisters. And wow, the music sounds fantastic here. It's the main theme of the series, but played by a music box, which sounds really beautiful. I gotta give the music team credit here, it really does sound amazing. We have a few things we can select here, but for now, I'll just start out the actual game. So off the bat, we get to choose whose route we want to go for. And honestly, I really love that this game does this. Being able to choose who you want to date from the very beginning saves a ton of time and can make your first playthrough way less stressful. See, other visual novels just have you spend time with the person you want to date, and you have to play through so many parts that you might not even care about in the game, only for your crush to possibly say no to you in the end, so you become homeless. Now for me, I've always been Team Miku here, so I started off with her route, and here's how it went for me. It starts off right at the end of Season 2, with Miku confessing her love to Futaro. But he's still not sure if he loves her or not yet. He asks her to wait for him to find the answer, and thankfully she says she'll wait for him. Aw, look at how cute! The number 3 really is adorable, huh? 1 repays the teacher badly, if 1 always remains nothing but a pupil. Huh, interesting. Wait, what? I didn't know there'd be a test in this game! Is it Sigmund Freud? What? Who was it, game? Tell me! Oh my god, it was Ichika all along? What a plot twist! So Miku is trying to become more brave so that she can start a relationship with Futaro. She talks to Ichika for a bit and she says she'll support her. Man, what a good sister, who will totally one-stab her in the back, right? So in this visual novel, you get to play as Futaro, and you get to make choices throughout the game that will affect your relationship with the girls. Since I'm doing the Miku route, I'll be spending a lot of time with her, so let's hope everything goes well. So apparently the Sunrise Festival is coming up, and it's having a competition to see who will be the Asahi Queen, I think that's how it's pronounced, and the queen gets to pick anyone they want to attend a night after party with her. So basically forcing someone against their will to date them. Yeah, that's okay. Miku wants to become the queen so that she can get close to Futaro, and the class is really supportive of her, except for Nino, who also ends up running for queen because she wants Futaro for herself. So it's on between the 2 sisters. Who will win this epic showdown? Find out soon. On the first day of the school festival, we are introduced to a special guest, and we get the option to pick which of the 5 girls it is. Well, this is the Miku route, so it obviously has to be her, right? Well, that sucks. Hopefully I get the next one right. Yeah, Nino is performing here. Why? I'm not really sure. I mean, she mentions it in a flashback scene, but I was too busy admiring those awesome trees in the back to understand her. Now, one thing that this visual novel does a lot of is jump back and forth between different portions of the story. One moment you're experiencing something as Futaro, and then you're in a flashback scene with Miku. I will admit, I did find it a tad confusing to follow along with on my first playthrough. Maybe the flashback scenes could have had some filter added to them, so I know it was a flashback. but it's not really that big of a complaint. So Miku is competing in a competition at the school festival, and she's getting a lot of questions right. Man, I guess Futuro's tutoring really helped her after all. Wait, this guy's called MC? I thought Futuro was the main character. But you know what, maybe this guy will get Miku in the end instead. Miku wins the competition and sets a new record, all while some mysterious figure is watching her. Wait, don't tell me. Is that Big the Cat?
Froggy? Froggy? Froggy?
Okay, now, it turns out this is, and I'm sorry if I butchered his name, Takibayashi, and she was Futuro's childhood friend from the flashback scenes in the anime. She teases me thinking I'm dating one of the girls, which I will in the end, so joke's on her, and we tell her all about my experiences with the Five Sisters. Something I did notice during my first playthrough of this game were some of the typos, like this one. What is a TTS? Sounds like a restaurant or something.
Good evening, sir. What may I get for you this fine evening?
Yeah, can I get an order of the tits?
Oh, my apologies, sir, but the strip club is down the street. This is a Taco Bell.
And yes, I did run into a decent amount of typos in this game, so hopefully they get fixed soon. We bring Takibayashi over to meet Miku, and wow, this girl acts like a jerk to her for a bit. But thankfully, Miku stands her ground and doesn't let her try to steal Futuro away from her. Aw, good for you, girl. Have a head pat. And next day we get invited to a maid cafe. Cause of course, every anime has to have one of these, am I right? Okay, I messed up the first guessing game, but I got this one. It's Yotsuba. Oh, come on! Also, wow, Miku looks good as a Neko maid. Please don't take that out of context. I also gotta admit, the artwork in this game is absolutely fantastic. If only my stick figures are featured in it. Off in another area, Yotsuba runs into Takibayashi, who apparently knows she was the girl who met Futuro in Kyoto 6 years ago. Sheesh, what a stalker. She also says some really mean stuff to Yotsuba, so screw her! Miku is getting ready for the fashion show, but she gets really nervous and tries to look for Futuro to help support her. And when she finds him, she witnesses me confessing my feelings to Yotsuba. Cause I had no other choice here. This causes Miku to run away, and Nino goes out to find her. Then we have an epic slap fight, and thankfully, Nino uses some clever techniques to get Miku's confidence back. Nino then brings Miku back, and yeah, since they were late, Itsuki had to go pose as Miku for a little bit. Also, Futuro's imagination runs really wild with what he thought happened between Nino and Miku. Man, those are some awesome backgrounds, yeah! Thankfully, in the end, Miku gets to go on stage for the fashion show and show off. Good for her. Later on, Miku invites us to the maid cafe because she wants to treat everyone to food. But since her cooking kinda sucks, Nino does most of it instead. Thank God, because I remember Miku's cooking tends to have skulls in it. So yeah, in the end, Yotsuba ends up becoming this year's queen of the festival due to all her hard work. She also lets Futuro go so that he can be together with Miku instead. We meet up with Miku in the classroom, and Futuro finally confesses his love to her, and she even gives us a nice big hug. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but I'm gonna do it anyways! And the Miku route ends off with Futuro at the wedding altar saying that Miku is his bride. And bam, the credits roll and play a song of Miku, which sounds very beautiful, even though it's not in English and there are some typos in the lyrics. But who cares, it sounds beautiful and fits Miku perfectly. So that was the Miku route, and honestly, I enjoyed it quite a lot. Sure, Miku is my favorite, so I might be a little biased there, but we still have other routes we gotta try out, so let's go ahead and try out, I don't know, Nino's route next. So originally I was going to do Yotsuba route next since she's my second favorite, but the game recommends I save her for last, so I guess I'm doing the Nino route next. This route starts off by highlighting the scene where Nino freaks out on Ichika for hurting her sister's feelings. See Ichika, this is why you're worst girl! Don't kill me in the comment section, Ichika fans. We then are shown a scene where Nino visits her mom's grave and tries to talk to her. We are then told what's happened in the story up to this point. Apparently Futuro and his family are moving away because their father needs a better job so he can look after his sick daughter more. Futuro tells the girls this news and they're not very happy about this at all, especially Nino, who refuses to let him go. He thought about getting his own place here, but he didn't want to leave his sister Raya alone, and he doesn't really trust his dad enough to look after her. Later at night, Futuro gets a call from the Nakano's father, and he wants to have a chat with us. And one of the sisters is on the phone too, and as always, I guessed wrong on who it was. Is this like a tradition or something at this point? Apparently Nino told her dad on my situation about having to transfer, so I can't be their tutors anymore. He acts like a bit of a jerk to us, and Nino yells at him, but thankfully Futaro manages to comfort her. I really gotta admit, I do feel sorry for Nino. She really has come a long way since season 1 of the anime. Then I noticed this option in the game, and immediately thought of that Thanos scene.
I am inevitable.
I don't think Nino liked that joke. And yeah, then we cut back to Nino talking to her mom, and she seems to feel better after getting all this info off her chest. Good for you, girl. The next day, Yotsuba asked me to meet up with her after school, and when I meet up with her, she tells me about her dreams of being a florist. And even though Futaro is supposed to be incredibly smart and everything, he doesn't know what a florist is. What? Then she confesses her feelings for Futaro, but Futaro realizes that he has feelings for Nino, because this is the Nino route, not the Yotsuba route. Thankfully, Yotsuba happily accepts it. Okay, kind of. Now this route is more emotional compared to the Miku route. I mean, we have a sad scene where Futaro is talking to his sister Raya, and he's crying because he doesn't want her to leave their childhood home. It's so sad. Everything changes when Futaro goes to see Nakano's father at the hospital. He wants him to help his dad out by giving him a better job so that he's not separated from the girls. But before Nakano's father helps us out, he asks me what I think about Nino. Unfortunately, I had no other choice but to call her a fool. An April Fool, that is! But really, Futaro does admit that he truly has feelings for her and wants to support her throughout her life. And I guess all that sappy stuff I said made Mr. Nakano happy, because he reveals that he was already going to give Futaro's dad a new job offer. So what, I said all that lovey-dovey crap for nothing? The next day, Miku asks us to meet her up at the rooftop, and then she confesses her love to us. Man, what is this, National Confess Your Feelings Week?
Alright, I have a confession to make.
What?
I like stabbing people.
What?
What?
But yeah, just like Yotsuba earlier, Futaro says, "Be gone, Sonic Free Rider's lover!" and breaks Miku's heart. Okay, really, he said he loves Nino, and Miku is totally okay with this. Don't worry, girl, you're still my favorite. What's my favorite Reese's Puffs? Later, Nino asked me to meet her up on the rooftop, where we watched the fireworks together this evening, and I was gonna meet up with her, but then I got an unexpected visitor. Now, for you guys' sake, I won't reveal who of the 5 girls it is, but this scene was very emotional and touching, so go experience it for yourself. What, you expected me to spoil everything about this game for you? No. But I will probably need to spoil something else instead. It was me! Yes, it was me! I was the one who used all the soap in the bathroom!
I knew it.
Anyways, because of our little guest paying us a visit, we ended up running late to meet up with Nino. Thankfully, she waited for us, and we finally confessed our true feelings for her. Then we get this strange 4th wall break randomly thrown in here? Okay. Wait, don't tell me they're having ice cream! Now, you may think that's it, but there is a tad bit more here to this route. Later in the future, it's Futaro and Nino's wedding date, but the Nakano's father didn't show up. So Nino goes off to get him from work, and Ichika pretends to be the bride until Nino returns. Apparently, Nino's father didn't feel like he belonged in his daughter's life, but thankfully Nino reassures him, and they both make it back into the wedding in one piece. And that's the Nino route for you. So that was the Nino route, and I gotta say, I actually preferred that route over the Miku route. Sure, Miku is my favorite, but story-wise, the Nino route was superior. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. So I guess we'll do Ichika next. So I ended up going the Ichika route next, and honestly, this is my least favorite route out of all of them. And I know what you're gonna say, but SuperSonicJB, you said it yourself, Ichika's your least favorite, so that's why you don't like her route. And yeah, she made me my least favorite, because of the things she does in Season 2. But really, out of all the routes, I felt like this one didn't do anything too memorable. Not to say it's a bad route, no, it's still good, but out of all of them, it was my least favorite. So one of the main things for Ichika's route is that she's still salty at Futaro for not believing her that they met together in Kyoto, and most of the time you're gonna be trying to get her to like you again. Also, wow, I totally forgot that Ichika had them yandere eyes. So do you have crazy eyes like that under those sunglasses?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And yeah, Ichika's attitude problem is really stressing Futaro out. Heck, he can barely even speak to her because she refuses to listen. Also, you'll never believe this, but I finally guessed which sister it was, and got this nice little sticker thing. I have no idea what it says, but who doesn't like those smiles, am I right? So Ichika's manager is trying to get her to drop out of school so that she can become a full-time actress. However, as expected, her sisters and Futaro are not big fans of this idea, so we gotta do all we can to stop her from moving away. Eventually, Ichika does start to talk to Futaro again, but only if they start dating. Wow, what a woman, am I right? Later that night, I was supposed to go on a date with Ichika, but instead Yotsuba shows up. Apparently Ichika knew how much Yotsuba loved me and sent her to go on a date with me while she leaves to become a full-time actress. And even though our date with Yotsuba is a lot of fun and makes her really happy, we know since this isn't her route that Futaro goes to the airport to meet up with Ichika, where he confesses his love to her and he saves her from the paparazzi. Ichika admits to loving Futaro, and bam, that's the end of the Ichika route, with this strange picture ending it off. So that was the Ichika route, and yeah, like I said, it is enjoyable, but out of all of them, it was my least favorite one so far. But up next we have the Itsuki route, so maybe this one will be better? Let's find out. Well, time to start playing through the Itsuki route, and wait, what? A warning sign? Look, game, I know she's not best girl, but I still want to give her a chance. Sorry you can't play the Itsuki route right now, but you can't play that Mutsumi route? Who the heck is Mutsumi? Obviously, I want to play the Itsuki route. I didn't sign up to date some random anime girl. And it looks like I either play the Mutsumi route or just straight up quit the game. So I guess I'm quitting the game. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. Okay, so I ended up playing through the Mutsumi route. So here's what happened. So this girl named Mutsumi, it's apparently Itsuki's second personality that she's had stored inside her. So she has multiple personality syndrome, like that Mike guy from Total Drama. Now, her sisters have known about this recently, but this is the first Futaro has ever heard of it. By the way, this is not canon to the actual series or anything, so now this other personality of hers is a big jerk. Like, she keeps insulting her sisters, and she claims Futaro hasn't been spending any time with her / Itsuki. Futaro does make it his goal to make her happy in the end though. He ends up taking her to his house, and Itsuki is mostly in control, as until she accidentally drinks some alcohol, and that's when Mutsumi comes out and confuses Futaro's family. Thankfully she passes out, so problem solved! Also, dang girl, how much did you drink? The next day Itsuki tells me she's pregnant. Wait, what? Okay, no, she was just saying she's glad I took responsibility as her tutor and took care of her yesterday. Oh, thank God, and here I thought I was going to have to buy some baby clothes. So Futaro and the girls come out with a plan to dispose of Mutsumi by having Ichika dress up as a different person named Tamako and act as her friend to try and get info on why Mutsumi hates her sisters. And it turns out she was bothered by the fact that Itsuki has been ignored by her sisters because they wanted to spend time with Futaro instead. And honestly, yeah, I can see where she's coming at. The other girls have been crushing on him a lot lately, so yeah, it's pretty understandable. They even try to set up a party for her, but after hearing some awful things said about her mother, Itsuki / Mutsumi runs away to her mother's grave. Futaro finds her there and talks to her a bit, and manages to cheer her up. Her sisters also come along, and by working together, they manage to send Mutsumi off, and Itsuki is herself again. And their out ends off with a hint towards Futaro's and Itsuki getting married. So there you have it, that was the Itsuki route, and you know what, we got ended off with the Yotsuba route, so let's check it out. Huh, that's cool. If I scroll on Itsuki here, it shows her in a wedding dress. So here we go, it's finally time for the Yotsuba route, and I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous here. And I get even more nervous when the game tells me to delete all my play records so far. And even if I say no, I can't continue the game, so I had to say yes. So the route starts off with the other 4 girls waking up from a dream, and this dream that they all had was each one of their routes in the game. So everything up to this point was a dream, which is super sad. The girls even discuss their dreams with one another, and they seem to be in the mindset of them wanting Futaro for themselves. All except Yotsuba, who does love Futaro, but she doesn't want to break her sisters' hearts by stealing him away from them. And Ichika, being the great person she is, comes up with an evil plan to make sure Futaro doesn't end up with Yotsuba. See, I told you she's worse, girl! So yeah, since everything up to this point was a dream, that means the school festival events are happening right now. Futaro even says he'll finally choose who he wants to be with at the end of the school festival. He does end up telling Ichika that he's going to choose nobody in the end, but she convinces him to choose someone in the end. Meanwhile, Yotsuba is extremely stressed out about this whole Futaro mess, that even her dreams are killing her. Poor girl, all she wants to do is make everyone happy. Partway through this route, we get to choose who are the girls we want to hang out with. Now, Miku I was already hanging out with, so at least the game knows I loved her the most. Since this is the Yotsuba route, I tried to hang out with her, but she's nowhere to be seen. And later we find out she's been taken to the hospital because she collapsed due to stress overload. And it looks like she won't be able to make it to the last day at the festival. And on the last day, each of the girls, except Yotsuba, waits for Futaro in a classroom to see if he'll accept their love or not. What hurt me the most about this part is that the game won't let me enter a classroom for any of the girls. No, let me see Miku, please, game! She said she wanted to eat me! I taste really good with chocolate syrup. And yeah, since this is the Yotsuba route, we have to love her only. Yotsuba does end up coming to the school thanks to Itsuki, who didn't follow along with Ichigo's evil plan, and yes, Futaro and Yotsuba finally express their love to each other, and the game ends. Wait, what? That's it? It just ends like that. Or does it? Because the game asked me if I'm satisfied with the ending. I of course say no, because come on, my girl Miku looks so sad! And sends me back to the title screen with some artwork of Yotsuba. So it looks like there's another ending to check out here. So I started up the game again, and yeah, I'm playing through another route now. The new route starts out by highlighting scenes of each of the 5 sisters and Futaro with that amazing music from before playing in the background. Next thing you know, Futaro wakes up from a dream only to discover things are not what they seem. For instance, he was supposed to get married to Yotsuba today, but now he's back home with his sister, and Takibayashi shows up to walk him to school. And it gets even weirder from here, cause it turns out the school got a new transfer student, and that student is Yotsuba? Wait, what? And also she's apparently an only child now, so the rest of her sisters don't even exist anymore. Heck, we even run to her younger version Reina, aka Yotsuba, at the docks, and she asked me some serious questions about what I think about all the quintuplets. And the next thing you know, Futaro is thrown into another world where he meets the rest of the sisters, who are all extremely depressed because he didn't pick any of them to be his lover. Yeah, the story gets pretty weird at this point, and there's even some fourth wall breaking here and there.
Going down wall.
So now it's your job to make each one of the sisters happy and get them back home. So in this part, you have to talk to one of the girls at a time and answer some questions right to show that Futaro truly loves all of them, not just Yotsuba. I'll be honest here, some of the questions I didn't get right. Like, come on, how was I supposed to know people liking Miku didn't have anything to do with the Taku history? Thankfully, the game gives you more chances to get the questions right. Let's see, each guy likes camels, right? Okay, hedgehogs. Okay, for sure, rabbits. God dang it! Anyways, once you get all the girls' questions right, they all get sent back home. We also get to have a pretty deep conversation with Yotsuba, and after all that, the game sends us back to the point where Futaro is about to visit a classroom for each of the sisters. And yeah, it's here where he confesses his love to all of them, and they all accept his love proposal, so in the end, Futaro ends up marrying all 5 sisters. And yeah, in my opinion, out of all the endings, this is my favorite one. It's nice to see that all the girls got a happy ending, and we even get a nice ending picture to close off the game. And yeah, that was a Quintessential Quintuplets fan game, and overall, I really liked it. Each story kept things interesting, and being able to spend time with each of the girls, and getting a better ending than the original manga had, was awesome. The music was great, the art was great, and the storytelling was great. Was it a perfect game? No, there were some typos and confusing moments here and there, but that doesn't change the fact that this game was truly magnificent. So yeah, that was a Quintessential Quintuplets fan game. Like I said before, I really enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun to play through, and the creator did a fantastic job on it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm about to get rid of that useless twin I got earlier, because he wasn't very helpful in anything I've been trying to do today, so let's get rid of him. Alright, time for you to get out. Goodbye, sir, goodbye.
You know what? I don't even know what a twin is. And you know what? I nailed it!
I'm here for the twin job? Huh, weird.